and Twitch. And I'm here, Ian, joined with my co-host.
I'm Jordy, and we are super excited to be here with you guys. Hopefully, you're at one of those locations that just got a brand new Pilot TV. So if you find yourself at a location like Beer Stew Red Wing, Beer Stew Inver Grove, the V by HH, Troubles Bar, Spunky's, or even Springbrook Golf Course, you're watching us on a shine and new Pilot TV.
Definitely some great stuff there. And we had some great jackpots go out over the last 7 days. Actually, 16 jackpots for the rolling week. 532 for this season 11. Really good stuff. But we are now in this game of Lucky 4 Bingo. We're going to be seeing who can take home this really nice prize. Let's check it out. 3 balls away for some of these players. Can they stay in line to do so? Wow, people are staying in line right now. Let's see, can anybody get 1 ball away right here? And they were not able to do it, but they will have a shot at this major prize, as they're going to have to be perfect on this major, and it doesn't look like it. So hopefully 3 balls away for this mini prize. We're hoping that somebody can get to that 1 ball away mark right here. No, that means the Musco prize is what's going to be going out. $4 on that Musco. With a bunch of players 2 balls away, we'll see who can get this win.
Absolutely, but a couple of those jackpot winners that went out yesterday got to count towards our rolling total. And that first one that went out to Trixie over at MT's on 8th, who got $792.
Were you a big tricks gal?
No.
Like tricks are for kids?
No. Oh, the yogurt.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, no.
No, weren't about it. I wasn't either. I never had it. My parents were always, you don't need that kind of stuff.
Yeah, if I was lucky, I got a Go-Gurt, but...
Yeah, I feel like that was like the only slight little like thing that was close to that. We do have a winner though.
Yeah,
Dulciac.
Yeah.
Over at Carboni's Pizzeria, taking home that prize. 4 and 14 are the lucky 2 numbers that we're looking at, as there were 2 other ones, but we missed out on those. We got 3 minutes to get enrolled into this very first game of Jackpot Hunter. The minor prize is already at $112. 56 balls or less to win. That major, $19,000 already. 52 balls or less to win. And then that mega prize of 100 grand you can take home in 45 balls or less.
Absolutely, and you guys have just over 3 minutes to get enrolled in this first round. We got 23 games coming up for you guys, and then we'll have an extra opportunity at that Lucky 4 Bingo before we let you guys loose for some Skull Bingo. But that second jackpot that we ended up giving out yesterday went out to just Andy over at Duck Sports Bar and Grill, who got to take home $1,061.
Definitely some nice stuff. What makes me think of Toy Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Andy. Love a good Andy, and so that's always what I think of. And I haven't watched the newest Toy Story, but I knew they moved off from Andy a while ago, and I don't know where they went post that.
They moved off a while ago?
Yeah, like they moved him over to the toy shop, like they were in the with the purple bear.
Oh,
and they went to the daycare.
The daycare, yes, when Andy goes to college.
Yes, exactly. And so
that's the last one I've seen.
And that was the last one I saw too. But I think there's more now that have came out.
Yeah, because there's that spoon one.
Yeah, and so I think that's a short.
Is it? I think it's in it.
I'm pretty sure that's a short. That he's in the one that we actually watched. I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure?
I might be wrong. I could be wrong. I'll totally admit to being wrong on that one. But that's all what I remember.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how many. Okay, so there's 4. Yeah, see? He's in the 4th one.
Ah, so he's a big part of that last one. Okay, yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, and so I don't know where they're going with it, because not having Andy a part of it seems weird.
Yeah, it does. All right, so this is the synopsis of the newest one. Okay. Woody, Buzz Lightyear, and the rest of the gang embark on a road trip with Bonnie and a new toy named Forky. It's the spork with the pipe cleaner arms and the googly eyes. The adventurous journey turns into an unexpected reunion as Woody's slight detour leads him on a long-lost friend, Bo Peep. Oh, so they run into Bo Peep again.
No way.
And as Woody and Bo discuss the old days, they soon start to realize that they're worlds apart and when it comes to what they want from life as a toy.
Wow. Interesting. Good. That seems like a good one. I gotta watch it now. I enjoyed the first two. The third one was tolerable, and so I feel like I gotta watch the fourth one just to make sure I've watched all the different Toy Story movies.
Yeah, this one came out in 2019. Are you excited to watch the new Buzz movie?
Ooh, yes, I gotta be. I'm a huge Buzz Lightyear fan. Yeah. From childhood, I was a huge Buzz Lightyear fan, so I guess I gotta continue on with it. I dressed up as Buzz Lightyear walking around Disney when it was like 80 degrees outside. 90 degrees outside, and it was like just walked around full head suit and everything on it, and every single Disney worker saluted me, and I felt like I was so cool, and so that's part of my love for it. I also had a Vader, not Vader. What's the villain in it? Zader? What is the villain in for
Zurg?
Zurg.
Is that what it is?
Yes, that's who it is. Zurg. I had one where I had this like spinning, like light up, like LED light spinning toy that I had of his, and that was super fun.
Yeah, I had the computer game. Like the really old Toy Story computer game, and you get to go into the toy store and go up against him.
You fight Zurg?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, good job, Just Andy. You reminded us of a little bit of our childhood watching some Toy Story. We do have the next one that came out, next jackpot that went out during Tuesday. And it was actually a double jackpot that went out that we were able to give out. $950.20 was able to go out to two different players because they won a total of close to $2,000. It was really, really large jackpot. But Deb H57 at Charlie's Bar and Pinky44 at Gleiner's Pub, each of them took home $950.
Yeah, that's a great one. It was our biggest jackpot we gave out. It was a largemouth jackpot in that fishing derby round last night. It was a lot of fun. We got some great cash on the line on all of our specialty nights. Make sure you guys go out for those.
Oh yeah, did you ever watch Pinky and the Brain?
Yeah, very slightly.
Very slightly. We were comparing during the Twins broadcast people who related to like Pinky and the Brain, characters that relate to Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah.
But I would have to say that probably my best real life experience with like being like, oh, that's like a Pinky and the Brain type situation right there was Mike and Ollie. Yeah. Mike are the cat that we live with, and my family's dog. Both my family's animals, and Ollie's just so all over the place. He very much feels like a brain.
Yeah.
I mean, very much feels like a Pinky, and Mike is definitely the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mike's plans don't work out a lot, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it's pretty fitting.
It could be reversed. I don't know. Maybe it was Mike and Harvey. That could have been the duo that was like that.
They were a little duo.
But definitely some good stuff. Good job, Pinky44, getting that split win with Deb H57.
Absolutely, but we had a couple more jackpots go out. They were just the minor ones in the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter. They didn't quite make it over $600, but we do want to recognize all those winners in yesterday's Happy Hour show. And that first one went out to SRH winner over at Maple Liquor Store, who got to take home $519.
Good job, SRH winner. But we do have a winner as Dulciak over at Carboni's Pizza. White Bear Lake is taking home $28.20 on that Musco prize.
Nicely done. That was game number 1 officially of these Jackpot Hunter $1 editions. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 2.
Sweet. And we're going to watch if that minor prize continues to grow and see if it can get over that $200 mark, because as soon as it does so, it will be clicking off from 56 to 60 balls or less.
Absolutely.
But the next jackpot winner that came out of that Jackpot Hunter $1 edition, those minor prizes, and it went out to Julie over at Nisoa Legion, taking home $402.
Ooh, nicely done. And then that final jackpot that we gave out went out to Cubby Bear 1 over at American Legion St. James, who took home $411.90.
Oh, good job to Cubby Bear 1. And I asked you this yesterday about the Gator, because we just released the new ETAB game, Later Gator. It's super fun ETAB game. You guys can even play the Gator bait bonus. If you shoot the biggest gator, you'll win some big prizes. But I asked you if you could have a fully domesticated gator, would you have it, and would you walk around? You said no. Like, why would I have a gator? But I think I have a more appealing ask of you, because and it made our last winner on the Jackpot Hunter $1 edition made me think of it, and it was, would you have a fully domesticated bear?
Absolutely.
Because I feel like that, like you could lay on it like a bed,
Absolutely.
and you could just hang out with the bear, and it would be cool. As long as it's, you know, fully domesticated.
Fully domesticated. If it has no aggression whatsoever, it's house trained, it's a domesticated. If it's like Boog from Open Season, I want him.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm picturing in this whole situation.
Because I can take that for walks, and they'll protect me. I can cuddle with it. I can teach him tricks.
That's not
with a gator. What am I gonna do with a gator?
Everything besides lay with it.
Yeah.
All the same things.
Yeah, but it's a lot less fun.
You're like the one I was looking forward to the most was was lay with the fluffy bear.
Absolutely.
And bears would have to be. I mean, like you always like bear hugs, and so why wouldn't you want to get a bear hug from a real bear?
Like a cub.
Oh, it'd be so cute.
That'd be awesome.
Be super cute. And then would you let it go into the wild after a while?
If it was deemed okay, yeah.
Definitely check out the new E-Tab game, Later Gator. It's a super fun game. As well as good job to everybody who won during that $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter. But if you guys want to stay up in the know of all that, winners, new E-Tabs, everything, give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. All you got to do is search up Pilot Games on our Facebook. You'll see our logo. Click on that, and you'll see weekly bingo schedules, event details, and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You can also see that website link. Click on that, and you'll see links to bar locations, other socials, pgl.world, and so much more.
Absolutely. You name it, you want to know about it, our Facebook page has the info. And if it doesn't, you can shoot us a message on there, and we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. It's a great use of that information. But if you guys just want a little segment each and every day that tells you where all the money's going to be at for the day and what shakeups happen in the standings, Cup of Joe with Jordy is the place to be. Each and every day at 11:30, Monday through Friday, I come in with a different bingo host, and we go over where all the big money is at starting off for the day, as well as all the shakeups from the day previous.
Yeah, but then 7 days a week from 12 to 1, that's when you get a little bit of Twins bingo action. You earn some points towards the twiking zone while playing that Twins bingo, and you'll also have a shot at a really good prize that was not able to go out today and is creeping up on $9,000. So you definitely want to come out tomorrow to win that in 52 balls or less.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope to see you guys there. But after that, it was what you guys were playing before we got on air with you guys, and it's the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter. That runs all the way from 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock, and we always have that minor, major, and mega on the line for you guys. That mega just clicked up in ball count over this past weekend, so it's officially at 45 balls or less, $25,000, and that should be clicking up in the next couple days.
Well, I think it actually grew in money amount today.
Did it? All right.
So we'll see what it's at, see if it's even still out there. I mean, who knows?
That's true.
People could set records. I mean, in those ones. I actually don't know what the record is for a Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition.
No,
I only know
the
record. I only know the record for the Jackpot Hunter $1 edition, which is 48.
All right.
The all-time bingo record, I think, is 46.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, doable stuff. 45 balls or less. Set the record right here, right now, and take home $120,000.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that would work out for all of us. But we do have a must-go prize going out to Patty over at Hog's Breath Bar and Restaurant, taking home $36.
Nicely done. That was game number 2. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 3. Hopefully we can get this minor over $200 before everyone gets enrolled that way. If it doesn't go out in this next game, by game number 3, it's going to be clicking up in ball count to 60 balls or less.
Oh, yeah. But that Jackpot 125-cent edition leads you right into what you're playing right now. Oh, yeah. A little bit of happy hour bingo. And we run 2 games of Lucky 4 bingo that bracket 23 games of Jackpot Hunter $1 edition, what you're in right now. Those Lucky 4 bingos, we did not give out the jackpot at 4 o'clock, so if you're just joining us, you'll have another shot at 6 o'clock at almost $18,000.
Over 18 now.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff there. And then you also got these 23 games. We're right now in game number 3 of Jackpot Hunter, and we have that mega prize, 100 grand, 45 balls or less to win. Major prize, $19,000, 52 balls or less to win. And then that minor prize, $217, 56 balls or less to win. And if it doesn't go out in this game, it'll be clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of cash to give out, so you guys need to be sticking around for the next 2 hours. But after 6 p.m., when we give out a little bit of cash in that final round of Lucky 4 bingo, we're going to be jumping into some Skull bingo, and you guys will get a full 4 hours uninterrupted tonight. We just finished off those 2 PGL nights of their week, so you have to come out next week to see them. But the money that's on the line for today, we have a line prize starting out at $0, 10 balls or less. A large frame at $14,073, 40 43 balls or less, as well as that coverall prize that's looking great, $32,561, 50 balls or less. Guys, you definitely want to be coming out for that Skull Bingo.
Oh, super fun. And just last night, we interrupted that Skull Bingo with a great specialty night, TwinsWinsDay. It comes to you guys every single Wednesday from 7 to 9. Me and Jordy hop in the studio and trying to give out all the great prizes, as well as a jackpot jungle prize we were not able to give out. $13,226 available on that, and you can win it on a 25-cent card as long as you hit it in 52 balls or less.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun. And we also had that MegaSota game night that happens each and every Tuesday that you can come out for. It gets kick-started at about 6:40 and it goes all the way till about 8:30. It's your only chance to see Tony and Nikki hosting, and they have their own jackpot jungle coverall. It's the $1 edition, so in 54 balls or less, you could be taking home a jackpot of over $16,000.
Oh yeah, but just 20 seconds before we get into this game number 3 of Jackpot Hunter. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play, especially because you don't want to wait for that minor prize to be clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less. Try and get that win right now before everyone's getting after it.
Absolutely, but we do have some not international, but just national days to go over for you guys. And this first one is pretty exciting. It is Coral Triangle Day, and each year on June 9th, Coral Triangle Day celebrates the rich resources of its epicenter of marine biodiversity. The day also encourages us to learn more about the Coral Triangle itself.
That is really, really cool. And the Coral Triangle, if you guys don't know, is a roughly triangular area in the tropic waters around Indonesia, Malaysia, Papua New Guinea, and the Philippines, and the Solomon Islands, as well as Timor-Leste. This area contains at least 500 species of reef-building coral in each ecoregion.
Absolutely. It's known as the Amazon of the seas.
Wow.
You've probably heard of the Amazon rainforest being big, mind-boggling big, but in fact, it's the largest rainforest and river system we have ever seen and the most biologically diverse place on Earth. No prizes for guessing why the Coral Triangle is often referred to the Amazon of the seas, though, and this underwater region is the creme de la creme of marine biodiversity. It's home to over 15 species that can't be found anywhere else on the planet, and it has more reef fish diversity than anywhere else as well. Incredibly, 37% of the world's coral reef fish live here.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it also has the highest coral diversity in the world. Despite covering just 1.5% of the world's surface, the Coral Triangle is home to 30% of the planet's coral reefs. 76% of all coral species are found here, and that's 605 out of 798. That's how many.
Insane.
Making it home to the highest coral diversity in the world compared to Australian's Great Barrier Reef, which hosts fewer than 500, and the Caribbean, home to only 61 species. Yeah, okay, it's not a competition, but Coral Triangle wins hands down. Much to the delight of scuba divers, a bullseye of all coral diversity can be found at the epicenter of the Bird's Head Peninsula in
Raya Ampat.
Yeah, but we do have a winner with Funfair 66 over at the roadside, taking home $34.80 on that one.
Nicely done. That was game number 2, and we're about to begin enrolled in a game number 3. That minor jackpot's going to be clicking up to 60 balls or less, so Funfair, get enrolled, and if you hit it in the same number of balls, you're going to be taking home a jackpot.
Yeah, and to finish off where it was from, it's in the Raha Impact Archipelago.
Absolutely. And did you know that it's home to 6 out of 7 of the species of marine turtles?
Really?
With its miles of protective reef, seagrass beds, and nesting beaches, the Coral Triangle is an absolute turtle magnet. So much so that it's home of 6 of the 7 of the world's marine turtle species, including that likes of the hawksbill, the leatherback, and the loggerhead. Though, like many of the other marine species, turtle populations have declined rapidly due to the stressors like pollution, unstable fishing practices, and the coastal development. Turtles have been found to swim thousands of miles to nesting grounds only to find their beaches are disappearing.
Wow, that is crazy. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds before we get into this next game. $277 available in this one. A minor prize that you can win in 60 balls or less. Very, very doable as we get into this game number 4 of Jackpot Hunter. We also have that major of $19,132. Might as well just win it in 52 balls or less. us take home both the major and minor prize, or take it home in 45 balls or less. I think that would be the dream of everybody. 100 grand available on that mega.
If we clean sweeped all 3 prizes, I think we'd just call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, time to head home for work. We did our job. We gave out all the money. All the money's gone. We're gonna head home.
Later.
You guys can play for whatever prizes are available after that. But we do have some more fun coral triangle facts, and the 4th one, it may be the place where coral reefs began.
Really?
Yeah, the coral triangle is the granddaddy of marine areas. No, really. Researchers in reef science have suggested that the triangle was historical point of origin for many species of coral on Earth. When speaking about coral found in the triangle's murky waters, Dr. Johnson from the Natural History Museum said these corals were the way things used to be, possibly before any coral moved into the clear, light water people imagine for modern reefs.
That's really cool.
So it used to just be huge. Like, that's what they were expecting the old coral reefs used to be. And now it's one of the only ones you can find is the coral triangle.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that whales can live there too?
What?
But it's not all about coral reefs and tropical reef fish. But did you know that whales, dolphin, porpoises, lungdongs, and whale sharks also feed, breed, and migrate in the waters of the Coral Triangle? The islands, straits, and passages found in this region provide a migration corridor for many crustaceans traveling to and from the Pacific and Indian Oceans. Raja alone is visited by at least 16 species of whale and dolphin. If you're lucky, you might spot the largest mammal to ever live on the Earth, the blue whale.
That is so interesting.
That's really cool.
Definitely one of the coolest things there. I mean, it makes me want to go scuba diving or whatever it is that I can go see those coral reefs just to see all the different species of fish. Well, it's also protects millions of people. Fun fact. Did you know that healthy reefs act as a natural barrier to soften the blows of typhoons, powerful waves, and tsunamis? In a 2018 study found that without the protection of coral reefs, destruction of coastal communities in the Coral Triangle would almost double.
Really?
Countries like Malaysia and the Philippines, as well as Indonesia, could face triple the cost causing by flooding without their reefs protection. So yikes.
Wow.
So make sure those reefs stay afloat.
Absolutely.
Keep on going.
Yeah, it's also a global economic hub. Not only does the Coral Triangle support the livelihoods of more than 120 million people in coastal communities by providing income and food, but with its tuna spawning and nursery grounds, it also feeds into a multi-billion-dollar industry. Excuse me, supplying millions of consumers all over the world. On top of this, reef sites in these waters also contribute to a multi-billion-dollar nature-based tourism industry. All the more reason to choose to dive responsibly.
Wow, we do have a winner on this one, a jackpot of $366.25 going out to Boogie over at Boulevard Tavern in West St. Paul. Good job, Boogie.
Absolutely. Nicely done. You guys that is a great jackpot to take home.
Yes.
We're about to be enrolled in a game number 5 now already.
Wow, already game number 5, but that was a great minor prize, and we're hoping to be growing this minor prize once again as you guys get enrolled into game number 5. But we have one more.
Bless you.
Yeah, one more fact about the Coral Triangle.
All right, what is it?
Yeah, its natural resource puts it at risk. Like our planet's reefs, the Coral Triangle is in danger because of the huge economic value. The natural resources found in these waters are vulnerable to exploitation. Localized threats like unsustainable coastal development are a big problem, along with the increased demand for tuna, shark fin, and live reef fish for aquariums. Often involved is cyanide fishing, which destroys species numbers and precious habitats. As if that wasn't bad enough, it also faces the global threat of warming seas, pushing many species to the brink of extinction. And so, yeah, definitely a thing that needs to be protected as the reefs are disappearing every single year. And so, because, I mean, just yesterday was was World Oceans Day. Today is Coral Reef Triangle Day. Maybe do a little bit of research, see if you can donate anywhere, see if you can do anything to assist in the preservation of these coral reefs.
Absolutely. But you guys have just over a minute to get enrolled in game number 5. And let's try and get this minor prize up a little bit, because as soon as you guys get it over $100, it's going to be clicking up from 52 to 56 before I get into this next national day. And this next one is World Antiphospholipid Antibody Syndrome Day. And each year on June 9th, World Antiphospholipid Antibody Syndrome Day, it raises awareness for this rare autoimmune disorder. It's also a day to educate the general public about what APS is.
Yeah, it is a terrible thing that happened, that it causes blood clotting, a lot of pregnancy issues as well. It's just it develops in lungs, legs, all sorts of different areas, and it's a rarer disease, but it's something that we'd like to highlight just the same, as it does affect many people. So if you know of anybody that does deal with this disease, or supporting maybe somebody else who has a family member that is dealing with this, give them a little bit of extra support today, because it is World Antiphospholipid Antibody Syndrome Day.
Absolutely. But you guys are now enrolled in a game number 5. We got, let's see, $19,163.20 on that major, $100,000 on that mega, and $11 Musco prize.
Oh, yeah, but we do have a next national day, as it's National Earl Day. June 9th each year dedicates National Earl Day to those with a particular qualification and a genuine capacity for achievement. The day honors those legends named Earl. While the name is becoming uncommon these days, hopefully those who are privileged to begin privilege of being so named people have been privileged being named Earl. Hopefully they've earned it.
Yeah, I don't know if I know a single Earl.
You don't know a single Earl?
No.
I only know one Earl, and that was the baseball coach of my high school baseball team.
Yeah.
And he coached my dad's high school baseball team.
Yeah.
He's like one of the winningest coaches of like Michigan baseball history.
That's
and so
awesome.
yeah, he's just been coaching for so long. But he's
nice
a really nice guy. I think he goes down and maybe like works at Disney or something
Really?
during his off time, because he's
That's cool.
retired, and he just likes doing that kind of things. And so yeah,
awesome.
Definitely some fun stuff. I know Ben and I both went to different ones of his baseball like meetings, because he'd always get pizza for it, and we'd go to get some free pizza and then never show up to any of the practices.
Yeah, and he just didn't mind.
And just just run track for the whole entire rest of the year.
That's all right.
Yeah, but he was a good guy. And so definitely a nice one. As well as Earl is just a name for like royalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only Earl I know is the restaurant called The Earl, and I went there for some fancy event with my family, and it had some of the best food I've ever eaten.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Earl is the third rank of the pre-range standings, above the ranks of Viscount and Baron, but below Duke and Marquis.
Yeah, but we got Oswald at American Legion. Hugo taking away that Musco prize, $11 going out to you in that game number 5. We're about to get enrolled in a game number 6.
Definitely some exciting stuff as we're watching as that minor jackpot, see if it can grow as we get into this game number 6.
Yeah.
But let's see.
Let's see, is there any famous Earls?
Yeah, I know at least DMX, his name was Earl.
DMX?
The rapper.
Really?
Yeah, DMX. I did. You can look him up, figure out what his real name was, but
yeah, let's take a little peek. Earl Simmons.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he's the one that had the crazy performance at Woodstock 99.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the famous people named Earl.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got DMX, E40, Earl Hines, Bud Powell, his given name was Earl Rudolph.
Okay.
Gary Johnson, his name was Earl.
Okay.
Earl Scruggs. Scruggs. Earl Sweatshirt.
Earl Sweatshirt. That's an Earl I do know.
Yeah. He's buddies with Tyler, the Creator, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they're part of that same like group of friends. Let's see, anybody else I recognize. You got Earl Campbell, Earl Thomas. I know defensive back, plays in the NFL.
Very cool.
Let's see, you got J.R. Smith. His name is Earl. I know I've talked to you about J.R. Smith as he got a 4.0 just last year after playing in the NBA. Came back to college to do a little bit of golf and just got academic All-American, which is always a cool story to hear about.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of Earl Grey tea.
Earl Grey tea? What's Earl Grey tea?
It's just a type of tea.
Oh, okay. I thought like it was like Earl Grady, like.
Oh no, Earl Grey tea.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Absolutely.
But definitely some great Earls out there. I think what this National Day was celebrating was a guy that made a former property into the biggest racetrack in the world, and his first name was Earl.
Very cool.
Yeah, definitely some really interesting stuff. Well, happy National Earl Day as we get into our next tasty National Day.
Absolutely. You guys just have about 5 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 6, and this next National Day is National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day. On June 9th each year, National Rhubarb Pie Day recognizes a delicious and seasonal pie. A tart vegetable rhubarb is often paired with a sweet fruit, making it for a pleasant dessert.
Now, me and Will have never had any kind of rhbarb pie. And
I
so
have not either.
You haven't had a rhubarb pie either?
No.
I'm surprised by this. I feel like you've tried every kind of food.
I know.
And so
I try to.
But you've never had any kind of rhubarb pie.
Nope.
Is that just like not a family favorite? They don't.
No, no one in my family's ever made strawberry rhubarb pie.
Does your family make any pies though?
Yeah, my dad makes a chocolate pecan pie. He makes like a bread pudding pie.
Yeah, he does, but like I'm talking more like regularly. Like, is there any pie that's a regular in your house? Because I've never been like since I've been around your family, I've never seen a pie get made.
We make our homemade pumpkin. We have like our homemade family recipe of a pumpkin pie every year.
Ah, interesting. Yeah. For like a Thanksgiving kind of thing.
Yeah, we use molasses. It's really good.
That's super tasty stuff. I'm trying to think. I don't have many pies
cream
either.
Pie, or not strawberry, banana cream pie.
Yes, if you can count that as a pie.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's.
We typically make that as like a trifle though, with like the vanilla wafers and like layer it.
Oh, super tasty that way. Definitely some great stuff. But we're talking about National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day, and so we can talk about a little bit about the rhubarb pie.
Yeah, and if you guys have an opportunity to have some today is the day to dig into a slice of rhubarb pie.
Yeah, rhubarb pie is a pie that has a rhubarb filling, popular in the UK, where rhubarb has been cultivated since the 1600s, and leaf stalks eaten since the 1700s. Besides diced rhubarb, it almost always contains a large amount of sugar that balances the intense tartness of the plant.
All right.
Definitely some nice stuff. The shelf life of a rhubarb pie is about 4 to 5 days.
Okay.
And there's about 4,274 calories in a rhubarb pie. So it's a pretty,
I'm sure they have to use a lot of sugar.
Oh, for sure.
Right. Well, that's okay. Today's the day to indulge.
Well, since rhubarb pie does have a tendency to get runny at times, one of the main asked questions is how to keep it from getting so runny. And here are some tips and tricks. Before we get into that, we do have a winner.
And that's right, winner over at 3D Sports Bar in Byron is taking home that must-go prize, $9.80, going out to you in this game number 6. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 7.
Yes, great stuff as we get enrolled in this game number 7. Hopefully we can see this minor prize get even larger and closer to that $100 mark. But good job, winner, getting that must-go prize. But tips and tricks to be able to keep your rhubarb pie from getting runny: use chilled ingredients. Prepare the dough ahead of time. Chill the dough ahead of again after rolling it out and lining the pan, pie pan. Chill a last time once the pie has been reassembled. macerate and drain the fruit. Add the thickener after draining the fruit.
Okay.
Let the pie cool before cutting it.
Yeah, that definitely. All of those tips are great to have it more of like a thick consistency rather than having it just be kind of fruity and watery.
Yeah, I feel like that would just run off, and you wouldn't want that that to happen. As you kind of want your pie to stay in slices.
Absolutely.
But you know, a little bit of goo in the middle is not bad at all.
Especially if it's like a cherry pie.
Oh, so tasty.
So good.
But you want it to at least keep a little bit of form, not too all over the place.
No, because it seems like the strawberry rhubarb definitely has a lot of filling, and so once you slice into it, you're gonna want to have it hold that shape.
Yeah, I feel that way just as well. We do have 1 minute before we get enrolled into this game number 7. $38 minor prize, 52 balls or less to win. Major prize of $19,182. 52 balls or less to win, and $100 grand mega prize that you take home in 45 balls or less. As we're going to talk about the next national day and the final national day, as it's National Donald Duck Day. National Donald Duck Day on June 9th each year commemorates the birthday of the funny animated cartoon character Donald Duck. Made his first screen debut on June 9th, 1934 in The Wise Little Hen.
Really?
Yes, Donald Duck, Wise Little Hen is about it's a story about Donald Duck and his buddy,
is it his time on the farm before he became friends with Mickey?
Yeah, something pig. I don't remember what pig he was buddies with, but it was
Peter.
But they were lazy, and they wanted to avoid doing the work, and Miss Hen teaches them the value of hard labor.
Really?
Yeah, that's the story.
Very cool.
Of Donald Duck. But here, I'll give a little bit more of a better synopsis of that one, as it's he is with his friend Peter Pig.
That's what I thought.
Trying to avoid work by faking a stomach ache until Mrs. Hen teaches them the value of hard work.
All right. Yeah. Super cute.
Definitely some interesting stuff.
I just found out that Disney, it happened years ago, but I didn't know until just about yesterday. Did you ever visit like the Mickey and Minnie houses in Disney?
No.
Like Minnie's house. It was super cute. It was like every girl's little dream.
Never did any of that.
I loved it. It was like the one thing I remembered from my time at Disney when I was a little kid.
Really?
And they closed it down.
Really?
Yeah. Doesn't make sense to me.
That's I mean, I wasn't too surprised by it because I've never even heard of it. But that's definitely.
Loved it. It was super cute.
Surprising that you were so into it, because I mean, I guess I never went to Disney with but we were never like Mickey, Minnie people. Like we weren't huge fans of them. We had a lot of other ones that we were really into.
I loved them. Goofy's by far my favorite, but I used to watch the Donald Duck movies with him and his nephews. The repeat of Christmas Day all over again, like all of them. So fun.
Yeah, well, here's some fun facts about Donald Duck. Is that he has a twin sister.
Really?
That's right. Unbeknownst to most Donald fans, he has a twin. His sister, mother to Donald's nephew Huey and Dewey and Louie, goes by a different name. She's referred to as Adela Dumbbells or Thelma, depends on the source. She hasn't been in the limelight as much as her famous brother, so we don't know a whole lot about her other than the fact that she exists.
I did know this because I watch all the movies with Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Love them. Love those little kids.
Definitely a good one, because that's he does that one when he's doing the Scrooge.
No, this is the different one. This is where the little Huey, Dewey, and Louie wish to have Christmas every day.
Oh,
and so
I know this one as well.
They just wake up and live the same Christmas day over and over again.
I do remember that. We do have Lisa Marie over at Concordia Lanes taking home $12.20 on that must-go prize. Good job, Lisa Marie.
Absolutely. That was game number 7. We're about to begin enrolled in a game number 8. Come on, guys. Let's get that minor prize over $100 so we can start clicking up that ball count yet again for you.
Oh, yeah. But next, little Donald Duck fact, the Duck voice. The famous voice of Donald Duck was provided by just one person in the 1934 until 1983, Clarence Nash, whose Duck voice was actually the inspiration for the entire character. When Clarence retired, he trained a Disney artist named Tony Anselmo to take on the character's voice. Disney used the a special microphone to capture the alter Donald's voice to make it easier to understand and easier for actors to voice the role.
Really?
Yeah, so they actually have to make a specialty mic for them to even sound close to what the original Donald Duck sounded like.
Very cool. Scrooge McDuck is actually his uncle. What else do we know about Donald's family besides his sister and nephews? Luckily, Carl Barks, the cartoonist who not only developed Donald Duck, but also created Scrooge McDuck, can shine some light on that. And in the 1950s, he did some work on Donald's family tree, connecting it to the McDucks. It turns out that Donald's mom is a McDuck who was married into the Duck family, and Scrooge McDuck is her brother, making Scrooge Donald's nephew.
That is great. Scrooge McDuck, one of my favorite characters from all those movies, just because that was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Number 4, a star for nearly 90 years. We all know Donald as the classic Disney character, but just how long has he been around? Well, everyone's favorite duck has been on the screen. It made a screen debut 90 years ago, way back in 1934, June 9th, on today, in the silly symphony short called The Wise Little Hen. Donald's appearance beside his friend Peter Pig and the pair managed to avoid doing their share of work at the farm. As a result, went hungry when the harvest came, and their hard-working hen friend reaped the results of her hard work.
Absolutely. I even am looking at an evolution of the way they drew Donald Duck, and it is such a fun evolution.
It definitely is. He just has changed a lot since the original, becoming more and more human.
Yeah, I was gonna say he looked a lot like just a regular old duck in the beginning.
Yeah, I kind of like him as a regular old duck.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
I think I like him right in the middle.
Yeah, well, that's when we watched him. Was like very, very much when we watched him was that middle portion of him. Now he's all CGI'd up and everything like that.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, it definitely is interesting. But here's another fact: he's colorblind.
Really?
Yeah. We bet you didn't know that Donald Duck is colorblind, or so we think, based on the events in the 1942 short Donald Gets Drafted. As the title implies, in the short, Donald joins the army, which expects him, even though he identifies a green card as blue. Also noted that the fact that Donald has a flat feet and no brain.
Really?
Oh.
He has a middle name, guys. And in the same wartime short, the audience learned another delightful tidbit about Donald Duck, and that's his middle name. It's Fauntleroy, or Fauntleroy, which somehow is not at all what we expected. However, rumor has it that no other Disney character has an official name, so at least Donald was the claim to fame. And that's not true. Mickey Mouse has a middle name.
What's Mickey Mouse's middle name?
Theodore.
Is it Mickey Theodore Mouse?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. At least I'm almost sure.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Let's look it up. I want to know now. He's Walt Disney's problem child. Donald Duck is famous for his fiery temper, which often gets him into trouble. Walt Disney conceived that of him as a problem child. Walt wanted a character that could embody some negative characteristics, unlike the perennial good-natured Mickey Mouse and Goofy. For instance, of course, Donald's often hilarious imperfections made him relatable to just about everyone, and became a favorite not only with animators but with audiences as well.
Really? Yeah, I can't find where Mickey's middle name.
Yeah, does Mickey have a middle name?
I don't know.
It doesn't look like it. Oh, look at
Theodore's. Yeah, I was right.
It does say that Mickey's middle name is Theodore.
I was going to say. But we do have a winner, as Slim over at Outtakes is taking away that must-go prize, $14.80 going in your pocket in this game number 8. We're about to begin enrolled in a game number 9.
Yeah.
Did you know Minnie's full name is Minerva?
No, I did
Minerva
not.
Mouse.
Minerva Mouse.
Yeah.
Really interesting. Well, he's also a mascot. Fun fact, Donald Duck is. Yeah, even outside the realm of Disney, Donald Duck holds a sway. Did you know that Donald is a sports mascot? That's right. He looks a little different than the Donald we know because he wears green and yellow, but that's definitely him. He appears in the University of Oregon's athletic program as a special license agreement that allows Donald to appear as a mascot for the Oregon Ducks. That's one multi-talented duck.
Absolutely.
Yeah, his famous temper goes way back. Donald's famous temper has been part of the character for a long, as we can remember. In fact, if you watch the animated special, This Is Your Life, Donald Duck, you'll see that throwing a temper tantrum was the very first thing Donald ever did. The TV special and comic book showed Donald still in an egg, hatching and losing his temper at the same time.
That's funny.
That is great. Well, that's a lot of fun, little Donald fact. I did not realize that the Oregon Donald Duck is the same Donald, just dressed up.
Yeah, and I found out that while his first appearance was in The Wise Little Hen, 3 years earlier, the name Donald Duck appeared in The Adventures of Mickey Mouse. And so his character was hinted at already in the world before he was brought to life.
Oh my gosh, the multiverse, just bringing it all together.
1931.
That is awesome. What a cool little thing for them to do. We just got 45 seconds before we get enrolled into this game number 9. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play as we talk a little bit about some Twins news now, as they are 33-24 so far this season, and Ryan Jeffers unleashed a long swing on a cutter from New York's Nestler Cortes low in the strike zone. Then stood at the plate for a second to admire its flight into the third deck. 2 batters later, Byron Buxton sent a down-the-middle slider sailing over the wall and celebrated it by fiercely pounding his chest as he sprinted around first base. The Minnesota Twins can't help but enjoy beating the Yankees, especially when it comes against one of the best pitchers in baseball. Jeffers and Buxton each hit home runs in the 5th inning to force an early exit for Cortles, and the Twins cruise to a 8-1 victory Wednesday to stop the Yankees' 7-game winning streak.
Love to see it. And we have another game going on for you guys in just about 2 hours now. It's going to be starting at 6:40 when they go up against the Yankees yet again.
Yeah, we can check out some odds of that game just to see if there is anything that is happening there.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to take another win, or do you think the Yankees are going to come back?
Ooh, I got to go with our Twins. I am a bit of a homer, and so I will favor my Twins all day with no care in the world. And it does look like the Yankees are the heavy favorite, kind of expected, as they are kind of the #1 team in all of the power rankings. But we did get them off of that huge win streak that they were having lately.
Yes.
And right now, Yankees are favored, but it is over/under of 8 points, so they're expecting a high-scoring matchup. Either way it goes, and I think that we can get the win.
Absolutely. What's your score prediction?
My score prediction is going to be a 6-4 victory for our Twins.
Thing.
Really?
Yeah.
6-4?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we're sticking with. We'll see if that
That was the first
matchup.
thing that came into my head.
Yeah,
Felt right.
Right. Good minds think alike. That's what I'd like to say. But hopefully they can get the win tonight, and you guys can send some luck over to our Minnesota Twins by playing the great eTab game Twins Win, wherever you guys are playing Pilot games at.
Absolutely, and if you guys are coming out from 12 to 1 each and every day playing that Twins bingo, and once the NFL season kicks off, we'll begin into some Vikings bingo. What do you get when you combine them? The Twiking Zone, and that's where you guys are earning those points and competing against each other in those top 10 standings.
Oh, yeah, and in 9th place on the player side of these standings, we actually have a 2-way tie.
That's
because
right.
moving from 10th into a 9th place tie, we got Pooba at Brian's Bar and Grill, tying it up with Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon, both with 120,000 points. 8th place, we got Yo-Yo over at Valley Inn with 133,000 points. With 136,000 points in 7th place, we got Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue. Before I get into this top 6, we got a winner.
That's right. Jellin over at Woodtook Inn is taking home that must-go prize, $17.80, going out to you in that game number 9.
Good job, Jellin. But we do have some more winners to go over. 6th place in the Twiking Zone, we got Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar with 151,000 points. 5th place is GTZ over at Sal's Bar and Grill with 169,000 points. With 197,000 points in 4th place, we got Mikey Wins over at Steve O's. 3rd place is Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven with 211,000 points. With 213,000 points in 2nd place, we got Simbop over at Corky's Bar South Haven. And in 1st place, we got Scrub Eye over at American Legion Fridley with 288,000 points.
Absolutely, and you guys have just about 2 minutes to get enrolled in this game number 10. We have that minor officially over $100. That means as we're getting enrolled in a game number 11, if it doesn't go out here, we're going to be clicking up to 56 balls for you guys, but I'm going to hop right into these location standings. And in 10th place, we sit with Main Street Pub in Kimbo with 169,000. With 224,000 in 9th place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 8th place is with VFW Blaine with 244,000. But with 288,000 in 7th place, we got Eagles Rochester. We got our place on 3rd and Faribault in 6th place with 296,000. But with 301,000 points in 5th place, we got Corner Bar in Goodhue. Steve O's and Crystal is sitting with 305,000 in 4th place, while American Legion Fridley is in 3rd with 507,000. With 525,000 in 2nd place, we got Corky's Bar in South Haven, and our number 1 location is VFW Spring Lake Park, sitting with 910,000 points.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. Glad to see all those locations duking out. Any hot takes that you got for us today?
Well, I wanted to say that Mikey Wins is going to have a big push, but he hasn't been out to play all week.
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
I don't know. Yeah,
anything to do with that race in the 300,000 point club, maybe, and the location side of things between Corner Bar and Goodhue and Steve O's?
No, I don't think any real shakeups are gonna happen.
Okay, well, we'll see if it can happen. My hot take is our place on 3rd and Faribault will be in 4th place by next week.
That is a hot take.
Yeah.
Okay, that is one to look out for.
Yeah, 296,000 points for our place on 3rd and Faribault, outside of the 300,000 point club. But the players in that 300,000 point club are just they're dipping their toes for the first time in that 300,000 point club, because Corner Bar and Goodhue's with 301,000 points, and then Steve O's just one place ahead of them is with 305,000 points.
Yeah, only about 9,000 points separating our place on 3rd from that 4th place spot, and so that's definitely made up, especially if there's multiple players out there each day being consistent with it. It could definitely happen quickly.
Yeah, it should be some fun stuff, but there's my hot take for the day, and I'll probably forget it by tomorrow, and so if you want to hold me to it, remind me. If you don't, then I'll just keep on going my day and thinking I'm right on every single one of my hot takes. We do have 10 balls dropped on this game at number 10 of Jackpot Hunter. That minor prize has gotten over $100 in this game, meaning that if we don't give it out in 52 balls or less, it'll be clicking up from 52 to 56.
Absolutely, but we're listening to a little bit of Diesel Freaks right now. It's an awesome E-Tab game. I think it might be my favorite right now. It is a lot of fun. We got monsters, we got Mad Max feels, we got money on the line. You guys definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, it's a really, really fun game. I think it's I think it's one of my favorites as well, as it's just got a great game design, as well as I love the characters, and I think they're so fun and silly.
If there was like a theme park attraction or a ride that was based on this, and you had to like, if it was like just like a track or even bumper cars or something, I would love it.
I feel like bumper cars would work for this, but I feel like a whole attraction, like a roller coaster, wouldn't work at all for this.
Well, you know, it's hopeful thinking. They're fun characters, and I would like to see them.
Or like a go-kart race, kind of thing. I feel like you could pull off a Diesel Freaks go-kart race, kind of themed park.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm going with the go-kart. I like the go-kart idea for Diesel Freaks. That would be really fun if it was themed that way. But you guys could check it out, see what your favorite E-Tab is, because we have 50 different Charitable E-Tab games. Play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. There's awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games as well.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of opportunities for you to win some cash. I guarantee you'll find one of those themes that you like best.
Oh, yeah. I would be extremely scared, though, if I saw any of those Diesel Freak characters in real life.
If they were like caricature, like mascots, I don't think I'd be too freaked out.
It'd be kind of gross if they make them any kind of realistic.
I think it'd be kind of fun.
What if they're like actually slimy?
Yeah, but we have SRH Duck over at Maple Liquor Store taking home that must-go prize, $20.80 going in your pocket. That means that minor prize is going to be clicking up from 52 to 56.
Yeah, good job, SRH Duck. I'm going to kind of assume that that's SRH winner that got the jackpot, got the must-go, the minor prize, I think, earlier this week.
Absolutely, but we are about to be enrolled in a game number 11 for you guys. That jackpot's clicked up to 56 balls. We're at $146 on that cash amount.
Yeah, SRH winner was actually the one that took home the minor jackpot, the first minor jackpot that went out yesterday. We'll see if they're going after a win again, as they have $147 on the line, 56 balls or less to take it home, 1 minute and 50 seconds to get enrolled in this game.
Absolutely, but on this day in 1990, MC Hammer's Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em became just the second rap album to reach #1 in America. It was licensed to 3 by Beastie Boys was the first.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. I always put this in our Music Day in History purely because I love the album name. Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just absolutely hilarious. But let's look up what's in that. It has Here Comes Hammer, You Can't Touch This, Have You Seen Her, Yo Sweetness, Help the Children, On Your Face, as well as many, many more. You got Dancing Machine, Pray, She Saw a Crime Story, Black is Black, Let's Go Deeper, as well as Work This.
Absolutely. Did you ever perfect the Hammer Time dance?
No, I don't even remember what is the Hammer Time dance.
You kind of dance on your toes, going side to side.
Oh, like
Can't touch this.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Do a little bit of running man sometimes.
I wish I did. Now I feel like you're bringing stuff from like Just Dance into this whole mix.
No, I'm just picturing his music video.
Okay. Did you watch a bunch
of
of MC Hammer? Please Don't Hurt 'Em Hammer?
No, just Hammer. Can't touch this.
Can't touch this music video.
Yeah, that was a good one. I used to dance to that often.
Was it one of those that came up on like the music video channel, like MTV or whatever?
Yeah, whatever.
VHS whatever was playing
it was,
music videos on it, and that was one of the ones you enjoyed to watch.
Oh yeah, because I had a lot of those harem pants that I wore in my dance classes, because that's like dance pant attire, and so I used to have them, and so me and all my friends learned how to do the Hammer Time dance. Yeah, naturally.
That's really, really fun. I want to look up what MC Hammer's pants were, because I know my dad has a specific way of calling them.
There's Hammer Time pants, there's harem pants. I personally know them as harem.
Yeah, they're called harem pants. But I was trying to think of what
parachute pants.
There's parachute pants, but there was a certain brand that I think MC Hammer popularized of these baggy pants, and then that's what referred to as my dad had a few of them that had like different like cheetah print designs on them and stuff like that. And I think it was I just find it hilarious.
Interesting. Yeah, do you just know them as Hammer Pants?
No, I don't know the name of what my dad referred to them.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm trying to find them. But let's see. Yeah, parachute pants seems to be the only one that I can really find as the one that they call. He was like something with a Z. It started with a Z. I can't remember exactly what it is, but all I know is that. So if anybody knows, let me know. But we're getting into this this next day in music history, as we love MC Hammer. I mean, I could talk about him all day, but we'll move on to 2017. Gene Simmons of Kiss files a trademark application for the devil horns hand gesture, which he claimed he invented in 1974.
Okay.
I don't feel like that's the case.
I don't think he created it.
Well, I feel like Will made a good observation is that, like, is he talking about the exact, like, placement of what you do, like, this at? Because, like, he did a lot of, like, this kind of thing where he's got, like, his tongue out. And I always thought he was just doing some more, like, rock on gestures. But it's, no, it's literally just that.
Yeah, with the thumb extended perpendicular.
Yeah, like this is supposed to be it. I've been seeing that everywhere.
This is rock on. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, I'll always believe that. We do have Slim as well as Adam splitting up that prize. Adam over at American Legion saying Michael and Slim over at Outtakes.
Yeah, $36.40 getting split between the both of you. We're about to be getting rolled in a game number 12.
Oh, yeah. But did you ever listen to Kiss? Were you ever?
Yeah.
I will never forget when I forget who it was that Kiss performed with on American Idol.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to remember that.
I gotta remember who it was.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Okay, Kiss on American Idol. They were with Caleb Johnson.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
And Caleb Johnson was a big one, and I think he ended up actually doing a lot more. Was it Caleb Johnson? No, I'm probably thinking. I'm thinking of someone else in this. Oh, it looks like he did. Yeah, it looks like with Caleb Johnson they did it with, and yeah, Adam Lambert is who I'm thinking of, and you cannot deny that the guy who is known how to put on a show, regardless of whoever, whether he's crowned American Idol champ. He already stole the show with a jaw-dropping fist pump, pyro-enhanced performance with legendary rockers Kiss. Yeah, I'm thinking of Adam Lambert.
Adam Lambert is a huge artist now.
Yeah, and I very iconically remember him doing that with Kiss.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a great performance.
It was really, really cool, especially at the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's still doing stuff?
Yeah, no, you listen to him now.
Do I?
Yeah.
What is it? What new music does he do?
Let me show you.
I'm confused on what I listen to him. What songs I listen to.
Ghost Town. Oh, I thought he sang High High Hopes.
Yeah, I don't think I've listened to. I may have to listen to some Adam Lambert songs to see if I can see if I know any of them.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of a different person. Who sings High High Hopes?
I don't know. No idea. We do have 15 seconds before we get enrolled in.
Disco.
Get the disco. You're so off. But we just have 5 seconds before we get enrolled in this next game. That minor prize has gotten over $200. So that means if we don't give it out in 56 balls or less, it'll be clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less as we get into a game number 13. But right now we're in this game number 12, hoping to be able to give out some of these great prizes. But we gave out a bunch of great prizes yesterday during our TwinsWinsDay.
That's right.
Which people were earning PGL points during that night. And if you want to be a player earning points during that night, you got to be signed up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. PGL players compete for points and also have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it.
Absolutely. Once you sign up at pgl.world, you can download the Player Connect app and sign on with your new logon. Watch our streams directly as well as interact with us on there. It's a lot of fun, and we love showcasing all of the brand new players who sign up. Just like Just One Away, Ronan, Dr. Pirate, Ashley, Froglip72, BD Energy, Heidi Ho, Brent and Jesse, as well as Natural.
Yeah, definitely. Some great stuff there. I like Heidi Ho.
Me too. That's what I said. My favorite. Yeah.
Hi ho, it's off to work we go.
Yeah. Heidi Ho was my favorite
what is
earlier.
that from? What show?
Snow White.
Snow White. Is
yeah,
that what
it's
it is?
the dwarfs going in the mines.
Ah, that totally is. What a classic. I haven't watched Snow White in so long. That would definitely
so
be one of those
good.
classic animations that I'd have to rewatch again.
It's so good.
Yeah, I've been we went on a little kick of watching our old favorite animated shows from childhood, and then we kind of took a break from it as we watched a lot of them. But I could totally get back into that and watch some of those older, even older ones that I watched more like through like from up to 6 years old kind of thing.
Yeah, like even like the Rescuers we haven't watched in a really long
Rescuers?
time. About the little mice. Have you never seen The Rescuers?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, so cute. But we do have a winner as Deb over at Mill Creek Inn is taking home that minor prize. Taking home, it's looking like $248, $243, something like that, or $247. Sorry about that. It's gonna be a great one, and so that's a great prize to get out. We'll get that total for you guys in just a second, though.
I definitely know the Rescuers. That's such a classic. I just didn't know the name of it. Definitely a great one.
Ah, nicely done.
Yeah, but we now have 2 minutes and 40 seconds to get enrolled. Wait, we gave out a jackpot. I did not realize that. Wow, that completely went past me. The major prize, too.
What?
We gave out both.
I missed that completely.
What? We gave out a lot of money right there. What ball count did we give it in?
I think 52.
That's crazy.
I didn't even realize. That went right over my head.
Oh, my goodness. 2 minutes and 16 seconds to get enrolled in this next game, but we gave out a lot of cash in this last one.
$18,000.
That is a huge cash prize. I want to see how much we ended up with. Curtis, get that into us quickly.
Yeah, game number 12.
That was a crazy game number 12 that I was totally distracted for. And I don't even, what player won? Do you not remember?
I read it out. Now I'm in a panic, and I've forgotten everything.
We need to know. Oh, my goodness. That's crazy. What a great victory for them. Curtis, I think, will be getting that into us in just a second here.
Yes.
But 1 minute and 40 seconds to get enrolled in this game. Definitely some crazy stuff happening in that game where I feel so just out of the blue because I was just not paying attention whatsoever, looking at movies and stuff like that. And now I find out that we gave out a huge jackpot in that game number 12. Super, super cool stuff.
I know. We're just peeking down to see when we're going to get the intel in.
I know. I want to know who won it.
All right. Deb over at Mill Creek Inn. That's right. No, he said $249. That's not right, my friend.
Yeah, we gave out a lot more than $249 because we also gave out that major prize as well. So make sure you add in all those other things. I think he just edited it.
No.
Oh, no. Yeah,
He's trying to find it.
Yeah, it's a great, huge prize. I got to see what it is. It's definitely some great stuff. But we're getting enrolled into this next game. We'll see what that prizes are looking like as we get into this one.
Absolutely. Nice job, Deb. We'll get that total for you in just a second. And you should be expecting a call probably from Jackpot Jen.
Yes, they definitely should be expecting a call from Jackpot Jen.
$19,566.95.
Good job, Deb, getting that win over at
Mill Creek Inn.
Wow, what a crazy total for Deb. Really cool stuff in that game number 12. We're absolutely ecstatic for that great win. But now we just have 9 seconds before we get into this next game of Jackpot Hunter, a game number 13.
Oh, yeah.
But again, great job, Deb, taking home $19,566 in that game.
That is incredible. I did not expect to give that out like that.
That was awesome. But we will move on to a little bit of PGL standings action. As we just talked about the players that just got signed up at PGL.world. And in the player standings, we have in 10th place, Reyes22 over the Old Town Tavern with 1,140,835 points. With 1,174,515 points in 9th place, we got OE50 over at Stanchion Bar. 8th place is Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 1,243,149 points. With 1,284,750 points in 7th place, we got Nixon over at VFW Roseville. 6th place is Bucks over at Rustic Saloon with 1,378,250 points. With 1,519,065 points in 5th place, we got Bryzo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. 4th place is Forget You D at VFW Austin with 1,771,650 points. With 1,742,925 points. In 3rd place, we got Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon. 2nd place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 2,272,330 points. And with 2,249,175 points in 1st place, we got Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post.
Absolutely. And hopping on to the location side of things, you want to help me out real quick? Thank you. Dropped water bottle lid. But on the location side of things, in 10th place, we got Leo's Sports Bar in Mazeppa getting pushed back, if you guys couldn't have guessed it, now in 10th. But moving into 9th place, it was Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud. They are officially in 9th. Leo's Sports Bar in Mazeppa is sitting with 4,514,925 points. Howie's Sports Bar in Mazeppa sits with 4,720,435 points. Now with 4,771,859 points in 8th place, we got the Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato. 7th place sits with Neeson's Gaylord with 5,119,680 points. But with 5,146,845 points in 6th place, we have VFW Northville. In 5th place, we have American Legion Cleveland with 5,683,549 points. But in 4th place, it's Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 6,530,265 points. But before I go into those top threes,
hitting 70 balls dropped. I don't know.
Wow.
That feels accomplishment right there. 70 balls drop. You rarely ever see that happen. Manny, as well as SRH, Duck C, and Dino, all splitting up that Musco prize of $12. We'll get all those locations to you guys in just a second as we are getting enrolled into this game number 14 of Jackpot Hunter. But, I mean, another highlight to Deb, who took home that jackpot just 2 games ago. Major and minor prize of $19,566.
Crazy.
We would love to get a player picture from you, Deb, with that giant jackpot in your hand. Definitely some really cool stuff there.
Absolutely, but I have the top 3 to finish off, and in 3rd place we have Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake with 6,933,459 points. But with 7,523,047 points in 2nd place, we got Poppers in Virginia. 1st place sits with Billy's Rockford in Rockford with 7,766,344 points accumulated so far.
Yeah, definitely some really good point totals there. But, man, am I watching out for Poppers in Virginia?
I know.
I made the hot take that they were going to be getting into first place next week.
Completely.
And it just feels like that it's inevitable at this point.
It is. They're on track to do so. It's completely possible.
Unless Billy's Rockford having Poppers in Virginia just come right behind them just after they got first place, lights a fire under them, and they try and just really start getting those points. Even if they do start doing that, it's going to be a tough ask for them to keep up with the kind of point totals that Poppers in Virginia has been putting out there.
Honestly, and it's not just in the PGL standings. Poppers in Virginia has been a big-time location all throughout our days playing bingo.
Yeah.
And so they must be having some crazy deals or something because there is a lot of play going on.
Yeah, and it's really, really helping out their standings. We'll see if there's any players hopping into our top 10s that play at that great location due to the fact of all those points going over there.
Absolutely, but we no longer have our Wild in the NHL playoffs, but you can support them by playing Let's Go Wild and checking out that Slap Shot bonus round by winning some big prizes. But we do have the NHL playoffs going on tonight at 7 p.m. when the Rangers are taking on the Lightning.
Yeah, it should be some interesting stuff. Let's look up what is happening with that game. Right now, the Tampa Bay Lightning and New York Rangers are tied 2-2 in this series, heading into a game number 5 where they can decide who takes the lead in that game. Just in the last one, the Lightning beat the Rangers 3-2 in that one, and prior to that, the Lightning have won back-to-back games in this one. They won 4-1 on just this last Tuesday.
All right, yeah, I know you are strongly rooting for the Rangers, but I think the Lightning are going to steal it.
Yeah, you're just evil. Why would you root for them? I mean, you don't even like the people that root for them. You just don't know of them, that they are big fans of them.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
I know nothing about either team.
You've went to the dark side. Megan is a huge fan of the Tampa Bay Lightning, and is the reason I see it all over my Twitter page.
Megan?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Jarman?
Yes. Huge Tampa Bay Lightning fan.
That girl doesn't look like she'd be into any sports.
Yeah, and it just feels very bandwagony.
I was gonna say, I don't know how genuine it is.
I just like putting that out there. I'll talk crap about anybody who has a sports fandom of someone I don't like. And I think my brother's actually supporting the Tampa Bay Lightning in game number 6, as I think he's got tickets to go to that game.
Yeah, he's pretty excited about it. He's going to that Saturday Saturday game, but we are looking to see what's going to happen tonight. And you think the Rangers are going to win? I think the Lightning's going to win. What's your score prediction?
Ooh, I'm going to look at some predictions, but without any predictions and just going off of my own head. They're going back to New York, where New York has been lucky for the Rangers.
Yeah.
They won 2 straight while they were in New York, then lost 2 straight while they were over in Tampa. Tampa. Now they're coming back to New York. I feel like the Rangers have a good chance at getting a win in this one, but I still think it's going to be close. I think they're going to stay tightly matched, and so I'm going to go with a 4-2 victory for the Rangers.
I'll go 4-3 with the Lightning winning.
Okay. Any reason behind that?
I was going to go for something. I just didn't know what. And you said 4-2, so I picked something different.
You don't think there will be any kind of home ice advantage for the Rangers?
I mean, there might be. That seems to be proven that it happens, but
yeah. So is this just go against me, or do you actually think that the Lightning are going to win?
Against you.
What do you think actually is going to happen?
I don't know.
Oh, we do have Mal 60 over at Riverside Pub taking home that must-go prize of $12.60. Good job, Mal 60.
Yeah, I just feed off the chaos. I'm just going against you.
I know you are. So I'm trying to get the real answers out of you, because I always just throw out my real sports predictions.
Usually I give what I actually
you know just as much about hockey, if not more about hockey than I do.
I might know more about hockey.
I wouldn't be surprised. You grew up with a bunch of friends.
Hockey town.
A bunch of friends of yours played hockey and everything like that. And I had no friends that played hockey. So you probably know more about the actual game of hockey than I do.
Well, the Lightning have won the last 2 seasons, and so it seems like a safe bet to go with, and so that's what I'm going with.
Yeah. Disgusting. But it does look like the Lightning are the favorites heading into this game, number 5. And the over-under is 5.5. I made the prediction 4-2, obviously going over. And what was your prediction?
4-3.
4-3, and so you're going with the over as well. Should be some interesting stuff.
It might be a little bit tighter. It might be like 3-2. But
3-2. Just kind of like, I mean, that would be the exact repeat of their first game on the 5th, on June 5th that they played.
Okay,
the Lightning won 3-2. You think that's going to be it as well? Okay, we'll see what happens. Should be a fun one. And you guys, like we said, can get a little bit of NHL action in our E-Tabs by playing the great E-Tab game.
Let's go wild.
Let's go wild. I don't know why
Check
I
out
blanked
that
on that
Slapshot
game.
bonus round, my friends. It's a lot of fun, and you're going to win some great prizes.
Oh, yeah, but we got a fishing report to get into as we're talking about Ellie over. This is done by Explore Minnesota, and this was just put out there on June 2nd. Walleye continues to cooperate with water temperatures hovering above 55 degrees. The bait of choice can be difficult to figure out. A jig and minnow remains to be the most productive bait, but soft plastic crankbaits and leeches finished under a bobber have also been effective. During the day, depths of 14 to 17 feet of water have been the best. During evening hours, shallower waters are giving up fish, especially to those using a slip bobber and leech. Once water temperatures hit 60 degrees, the walleye bite will really take off. Many anglers report that the smallmouth bass are on their beds in the shallows. Anglers slowly working tube jigs, Ned rigs, and suspended jerk baits in the rocky bays are enjoying lots of fast action.
All right.
Definitely some cool stuff.
Absolutely, and northern pike anglers continue to catch good quality pike in those shallow bays and around those river mouths. Large suckers under a bobber are turning the most fish, but if the suckers are difficult to find, use large spoons, large spinner baits, or large streamers. Sunnies and crappies can be found in very shallow waters as they prepare to spawn. Anglers have been catching them with small jigs and minnows, a worm, and a leech under the bobber.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff there. I like hearing about all the cool fishing tips that they have over there in Minnesota, because there's all sorts of different fish that people are going after. And each lake, it seems to be a little bit different on how you would need to fish it.
Yeah, definitely.
But we do have 24 balls dropped on this one. We got a $39 minor prize, 52 balls or less to win, a $31 major prize, 48 balls or less to win, and a mega prize of 45 balls or less, $100 grand you can win. As well as, if we miss out on all these jackpots, a $7 must-go prize.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. Game number 15. We still got a bunch of games left with you guys. And if you're out there having fun and Deb taking home that huge jackpot, $19,000, take that picture. We want to see you guys out there having fun and winning big with Pilot Games. Whether you're holding up that huge jackpot, your favorite E-Tab game, or just your best buddies next to you, we want to see you having fun. You can send those player pictures in to our Facebook page, any of your social medias with the hashtag Pilot Games, or you can email them us to jackpots@pilotgames.com.
Yeah, love those pictures. And we'll show off a great E-Tab photo when we get into the enrolling screen. It's really, really fun stuff. I think it's of Winter Wonderland. Tina, a little tease of what's going to come.
Oh, yeah.
But we do have 52 balls dropped on this one, and we are clicking over to a $7 must-go prize. Web, Trapper 1, Darth, Rem, as well as many other players competing for this great prize. But speaking of competing, our Vikings have been competing, and one person that has been taking that competition seriously is Garrett Bradbury, the guy that we've been talking about maybe getting replaced in this offensive line. And it isn't an understatement to call this the most important season in Garrett Bradbury's NFL career. The Minnesota Vikings declined to pick up his fifth-year option on his rookie contract, meaning that this is going to be his final year in the purple and gold. While he had his moments, particularly in the run game, he's had a great deal of difficulty in the pass protection.
Yeah, we got Webb at Jody's Bar and Jody13 over at Jim and Judy's, both split Heidi's Bar. But we have them both splitting up that $7 must-go prize. That was game number 15. We're about to get enrolled into game number 16.
Ooh, exciting stuff. Good job, Webb. And we'll see how big these prizes can grow as we get into this game number 16. But we're talking about Garrett Bradbury and talking about his difficulties in the pass game. And a lot of those things can be attributed to his lack of size. He's been doing but he's been doing something about that. In a story from Andrew Kramer of the Minneapolis Star-Tribune, we learned that that Bradbury is back above 300 pounds as he prepares for his fourth season as a Viking as the Viking starting center. Bradbury says that it's been a full-time job to put the pounds on in the proper manner. I think that's important. Adding it in the right way, Bradbury said. Anyone can eat a bunch of pizza and put on some pounds, but trying to add it the right way, working with the right people. I'm naturally not a 350-pound guy, but that's part of the job requirements. So that's something I've tried to hone in on this offseason, and we'll reap the benefits from it this season.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see all this happen.
Well, I mean, we put a first-round draft pick into this guy. If we can figure out, I mean, we've already thought that schematically he would fit a lot better with this new offense that why am I blanking on our new head coach's name?
Oh my goodness.
Kevin
O'Connell.
Kevin O'Connell. Yes, I think he was already thought to be improving just due to the systematic change with Kevin O'Connell getting joined in there. If he's also putting an emphasis on staying heavy and not being pushed around in those pass protections, I think he'll be a really, really nice player for these Vikings, as he was one of the best centers we've ever seen come out of college. Just was undersized. If he can get big, use still that athleticism that he has that made him such a highly touted recruit, and we use him in a more capable position, I think he could be blown up as that future starting center for us.
Absolutely. I cannot wait to see what this season breaks, and I know you guys are all excited as well. And so in the meantime, if you want to show some support for our Vikings, you can check out that awesome E-Tabs game, Vikings Victory. It's a tried and true classic E-Tab game that we all know and love. You got your classic Viking. You even have U.S. Bank Stadium behind you while you're winning some cash. Definitely check it out. You can pick a lucky letter in that skull bingo and try and win some big prizes.
Yeah, and I think a little bit more on your favorite part of the Vikings is I've been seeing a bunch of fans and a bunch of people, a bunch of fan accounts of the Vikings posting about the great team chemistry of these of everyone and what the new era with Kwefi Adofo-Mensah and head coach Kevin O'Connell have brought into Minnesota, and how it's going to be a really it's going to be a new culture for these Minnesota Vikings. And you can already tell with all these players in just this summer offseason time where they're getting getting together for basketball games just to go sit on courtside together. They go to softball games and play together. Whatever it is, they seem to be having a good time. Even during the OTAs, they were being silly fun. And it just looked like they were having a lot more fun doing the job that they love to do in football. And I think that's a huge part in having a team play to the top of their abilities.
Absolutely.
But you guys can play the great E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the skull bonus, win some huge prizes. Great E-Tab game, even with USA Bank Stadium in the background.
I've just said the same thing.
It's always a fun one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I completely missed that. Too busy thinking about the Vikings. We do have 43 balls dropped in this game at number 16.
Absolutely.
Game number 16 already. $55 available on that minor, $44 on that major, and a mega prize of $100,000 that you take home in 45 balls or less, as well as that $12.80 must-go prize. Every prize that you can win during this, you'll be earning points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings.
Absolutely, and hopping right into the player side of things, we had a newcomer in 10th place. Lars over at Anima Vets Club sitting with 53,000. With 59,000 in 9th place, we got Brother Nat over at the Chart House. Cabs in 8th over at the Deer Stand with 61,000, while we still have that tie going on in 6th between 2A Girl at Jimmy G's Bar and Kimmy at Niswa Legion. They both have 63,000. With 65,000 though, in 5th place we had Crazy Kid at the Tasty Pizza Hangar, 45. 4th place sits with Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon with 69,000. But before I get into those top 3 players, we got a winner.
Dar over at Cowboy Jack's Plymouth, taking home $12.80. Good job, Dar.
Nicely done.
What character is named Dar?
Darth.
Darth? Is it Darth? I'm trying to think of what. No.
I'm just thinking of like Darth Vader.
No, there's a Dar.
Really?
Movie character that I'm thinking of, but I can't.
Yeah, maybe I can help you out.
Yeah, we'll see if I can. There's a movie that's called Dar, but I want to find a movie character that is named. Who's the villain named Dar?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it's just coming up with the movie. I must be completely off my rocker on this one. Well, good job, Dar, getting the win, and we're now getting rolled into a game number 17 on this one. But we were talking about those Jackpot Hunter standings.
Yes, and I still have those three top 3 players. Oh my goodness! And in 3rd place, we got Not Lucky at American Legion Fridley sitting with 83,000. Bull sits over at Corner Bar and Goodhue in 2nd with 141,000. But with 151,000 in 1st place, we have Bobo playing at Corner Bar and Goodhue.
Well, good job to all those players. Let's hop into the location side of these standings, because in 10th place, we got Boulevard Tavern in West St. Paul with 100,000 points. With 103,000 points in 8th place, we got a 2-way tie between American Legion Fridley and Shady's Railside and Rice, with actually American Legion Fridley moving from 9th place into that tie. In 6th place, we head into another 2-way tie that's been existing for a second now. We got Riverboat Depot and Sartell and Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 and Hilltop, both with 112,000 points. With 120,000 points in 5th place, we got Gas Can Bar and Grill in Brainerd. 4th place is Concordia Lanes in New Ulm with 138,000 points. With 219,000 points in 3rd place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 2nd place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 274,000 points. And in 1st place, we got Corner Bar and Goodhue with 409,000 points, doing an amazing job so far in these location standings.
Were you thinking about the movie The Beastmaster?
Maybe.
It's got a character named Dar.
Maybe. I don't know. It's got some big-time actors in it.
Yeah,
with,
definitely. Rip Torn. It's got John Amos. I mean.
Yeah, it's got some big-time. That could be it. I really have no idea what I'm quoting from, so we'll just leave it at that. But we'll get into our first celebrity birthdays, as you guys just have 5 seconds before we get enrolled into this game number 17. And the first celebrity birthday, born in 1781, we got George Stephenson, an English engineer known as the father of railways, was a part of locomotion number 1 standard gauge.
Very cool. Yeah, he is known as the father of the railways. He was considered by the Victorians a great example of a diligent application and thirst for improvement. Self-help advocate Samuel Smiles particularly praised his accomplishments.
Well, let's see. What did he invent then? He constructed his first locomotive Blutcher for hauling coal at Killingworth near Newcastle in 1815. He invented a safety lamp for use in coal mines, nicknamed the Geordie. Really interesting stuff. Completely different than the name of Geordie, but very interesting.
It's how, actually, that makes sense. Our closed captioner, whenever we say Geordie, you see my spelling right there, Jordi, but sometimes it says Geordie, and it is the Geordie.
Yeah, very, very interesting stuff. But happy birthday, George Stevenson.
Absolutely. Next up, in 1891, Cole Porter was born, the American composer and lyricist, and known for Anything Goes, Night and Day, and I've Got You Under My Skin.
Interesting. Not quite familiar with his work, but we'll see what he is. A composer and songwriter. Many of his songs became standards noted for their witty lyrics, and many of his scores found success on Broadway and in films. Born to a wealthy family in Indiana, Porter defied his grandfather's wishes and took up music as a profession.
He was a known player.
Really?
Yes, he took up many lovers.
That is funny. He
even have a list of them.
Well, Cole Porter's most successful song. Next came Fred Astaire's last stage show.
Fred Astaire's.
Fred Astaire's last stage show, Gay Divorce, in 1932. It featured a hit that became Porter's best-known song, Night and Day.
Yeah, but we got Peg as well as The Chief, both splitting up that Musco prize, $20.20, getting split between the both of ya.
Yeah, definitely some crazy stuff. I wanted to look up who Fred Astaire was, just because I've heard the name before. Yeah, he's widely considered the greatest dancer in film history.
Absolutely.
That is crazy. Did you ever see anything that was like, oh, this is Fred Astaire while you were in the dancing world?
No.
Like where they talked about him as a dancer or some of his techniques or something like that? Is there other people that they talk about techniques, or do they just talk about dance techniques in a certain way?
I had to study a few prima ballerinas, but no.
Okay, because I had to study a bunch of different quarterbacks while I was growing up and seeing and watching their film and stuff like that, and talking about different throwing motions, different playing styles, and different kinds of things. They related them to other players and stuff like that.
It was very an individualized approach at honing your own technique, and had average measurements of a ballerina to be, and we had to compare to that. There wasn't an individual we compared to.
Oh, but so there wasn't certain styles of being a ballerina that you could then take and be like, oh, I relate to this person's style of being a ballerina.
Ballet. It has to be one way or no way.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. There's no.
It's uniform, conformity, clean, precision.
Well, I didn't know if different people who put together the ballets, they put together different kinds of ballets that conform to other people's skill sets.
No.
And would
never to people's skill set, more to the area and culture of the group performing.
That seems like a terrible idea. Every sport is better when you conform to the other people's skill sets. It feels like you could put on a way better show.
I mean, they don't put people in positions where they're not at the highest skill level. They'll just take you out of dances if you're not at the skill level.
Oh yeah, but what I'm talking about is you can then take some of the best dancers in the world, and they're not as good at this particular type of movements that they have as the main movements in this ballet routine, but there's these other people who are not considered nearly as good but can do all those things better than the really considered quote unquote great ballerinas. Using those people would be the smarter move.
Yeah, no, it really just depends on what they're looking for in the routine. Either you fit it or you don't.
Okay, so they do use your talents into consideration when they do.
Well, yeah, you can't put you in a position where you don't know what you're doing, or you can't perform a specific. Oh,
but there's a ton of people who do that. I mean, you've seen a bunch of mess ups in ballet routines and everything like that, where people's skills don't match what they're asking them to do on stage, and so I was wondering if that's regular, because it's the same thing that happens in every sport where they mess up on one.
You go to a professional dance company like the New York City Ballet, Russian Ballet Theater. You go to those. If you mess up, you're out. Like you just can't.
So it's kind of like a kicker in football. It's closer to that.
I don't know.
Because where kickers, they can't miss. Like, okay, here's a better example. We had a buddy that was in the NFL that he was a long snapper for, I think, 8 years in the NFL. He had 2 off long snaps in his career and was released after the second one.
I was going to say, if you're going up as a Sugar Plum Fairy and you fall out of your turns in second, or if you fall out of a Fouette or anything like that, like, you will not be casted again.
Oh, yeah. But, like, when you're talking about, like, a mess up in, like, this long snapping that I'm talking about, and I don't know, you could explain if it's even that level of messing up. But it's like, the guy had to reach, like, that was catching it, had to reach out and then put the ball down instead of it being, like, right there.
If you save yourself from falling out of your turns, or if you catch yourself and you gracefully do something else that's not part of the choreographed routine just to save face and to keep the performance going, they're going to applaud you to do that because you are told that no matter what it looks like, you cannot let it know that you messed up.
Keep the dance rolling.
Absolutely. Any way that you can save whatever mess up you had done, you have to do it.
Well, someone who got a lot of his songs danced to, Cole Porter, happy birthday, born in 1891 on today. But we do have a winner in this game number 18.
That's right, Renegade over at Cornerstone Pub and Prime, taking home that must-go prize, $19 going out to you.
Yeah, and we're going to take a break as we get into this game number 19. We'll be back for game number 20. Hey guys, and we love our PGL nights. They come to you guys on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday at 6:40, it is a MegaSota game night, and from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday, it's a little bit of wild Wednesday action. It's super fun to win some cash prizes as well as earn points towards the PGL standings.
Absolutely, and so I'm going to hop right into these player standings that have been super competitive. And in 10th place, we start off with Reyes22 over at the Old Town Tavern, who sits with 1,140,835 points. In 9th place, we got OE50 over at the Stanchion Bar, who sits with 1,174,515 points. But in 8th place, we got Sarah Honey over at Eagles Austin, sitting with 1,225,699 points. But with 1,284,750 points in 7th place, it's Nixon over at the VFW Roseville. 6th place, with Bucks over at Rustic Saloon, who sits with 1,327,435 points. But with 1,419,045 points in 5th place, we got Brizo at the Underground Bar and Grill. 4th place sits with Forget UD over at Lyle Liquor with 1,624,765 points. Then we get to our top threes. We got 3rd place Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon with 1,742,925 points. But with 2,272,330 points in 2nd place, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford. But reigning in first still for the majority of the season, it has been Bam Bam at Stewartville Legion Post, sitting with 2,374,990 points.
Woo, good point totals there, but we get started off in location standings in the 4 million point club. And in 10th place, we got Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 4,379,350 points. With 4,468,805 points in 9th place, we got Leo Sports Bar in Mazeppa. 8th place is Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato with 4,593,954 points. With 4,927,910 points in 7th place, we got VFW Northfield. 6th place is Neeson's Gaylord with 5,110,740 points. With 5,599,379 points in 5th place, we got American Legion Cleveland. 4th place is Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 6,133,985 points. With 6,847,568 points in 3rd place, we got Poppers in Virginia. 2nd place is Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake with 6,933,459 points. But the only location in the 7 million point club happens to be in 1st place, and that's Billy's Rockford with 7,501,794 points.
Yeah, definitely on track to get to that 8 million point club, which would be super exciting to see. But you guys need to be coming out each and every Tuesday and Wednesday to try your hand at our PGL nights.
Hey guys, and we are back for a little bit more Jackpot Hunter action. We got 50 seconds till we get into this next game. 56 balls or less to take home that minor prize of $169. We have a major prize of $135 and a mega prize of 100 grand. It should be exciting stuff as we talk some more about some celebrities that were born on today.
But before we get into that,
yes,
I have that last round winner of game number 19. We got big winner over at Heartbreakers Bar and Grill, who got to take home $24.20.
Oh yeah, but the next celebrity birthday, born in 1928, we got Jackie Mason, born Wyckoff Mazza, American Emmy and Tony Award winning stand-up comedian, stage, film, and television actor, did The World According to Me as well as many other works.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's just a very, very big comedian.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a television actor. In 1986 one-man show, The World According to Me, won a special Tony Award, an Outer Critics Circle Award, and Ace Award, as well as an Emmy Award, and earned a Grammy nomination.
Yeah, he was in Caddyshack too.
Really? Interesting. Yeah, he made his appearances all over the place. The Simpsons he's been in, and a lot of other things. So happy birthday, Jackie Mason. Just one of those guys that I didn't even know much of his works, but I just know the name.
Well, this next one you guys will definitely know his works, because in 1961, Michael.
No, you're missing one.
Oh, well, in 1944, 23 puppies. A record litter was born to Lena, a foxhound in Ambler, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I thought that was a cute one.
Yeah, it is. 23 puppies.
23 puppies. Imagine you're like your dog's about to have birth to some puppies.
Yeah, and you expect like 4, 6.
23.
23 puppies.
23 come out.
That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, that would be an absolute blast.
Oh, yeah.
I remember my grandpa, he had two pregnant beagles at the same time, and they both gave birth within the same month, or same 2 months.
Just had a crazy
and there was
puppies.
just so many puppies all around. It was a great time. You just lay in the little kennel, and you just be surrounded by little beagle puppies. Absolutely great.
It's amazing.
But that was one of my highlighted celebrity birthdays from the Twins Bingo broadcast.
Yeah.
But you were about to talk about Michael J. Fox, born in 1961 on today, the Canadian actor, author, comedian, and activist who's in Family Ties, Back to the Future, as well as Teen Wolf. I completely forgot that he was in Teen Wolf, but as soon as I thought about what he looks... The movie Teen Wolf?
Yeah. He was the original Teen Wolf.
He was the original.
He wasn't in the series.
He wasn't.
Teen Wolf.
He doesn't make an appearance in the series.
No. Teen Wolf is its own movie.
Yes, but I thought he makes an appearance in the show.
No siree.
Really? Wow, that surprises me. Yeah, he is the original Teen Wolf. That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's great.
And he's a huge advocate for Parkinson's disease. He has his own foundation for Parkinson's research that you guys can donate to, the Michael J. Fox Foundation.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's the Marty McFly, which is the best role he ever did. Really cool stuff. We got Bryzo over at the Underground Bar and Grill, winning $30.40, a big-time player. Good job, Bryzo, winning in this game at number 20. We're about to get enrolled into a game number 21.
Absolutely, yeah. Michael J. Fox, big name. He was in Mars Attacks, you name it. He's been in it. Family Ties.
No, do you want to tell you where I remember him as as a voice actor is Stuart Little. I did not remember that he was Stuart Little.
Yeah, he was Stuart himself.
That is crazy.
The Mouse Man.
That's so funny. He totally is, but I just didn't even put 2 and 2 together.
I just picture his scream, and I can hear it. His yell, and I can definitely just hear him. Michael J. Fox.
It totally is. That's great. Family Ties, obviously a classic right there. Well, really, really fun stuff. Happy birthday, Michael J. Fox.
Absolutely. Next up on this day in 1963, we have big-time actor Johnny Depp. He's the American actor known for 21 Jump Street, Pirates of the Caribbean, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and so many others.
Edward Scissorhands.
Love him in Sweeney Todd.
No, just a great actor. Yeah, he's a producer and musician.
The Butcher of Fleet Street.
He is a recipient of multiple accolades, including Golden Globe Award and a Screen Actors Guild Award, and in addition to nominations for 3 Academy Awards and 2 BAFTAs.
Absolutely. He was the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland, classically known as Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, yeah. He also makes an appearance in the Fantastic Beasts movies as Grindelwald.
Grindelwald, yes.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff.
Even Nightmare on Elm Street. That was one of the... I think that might have been the first thing I ever saw him in.
I guess I didn't even realize he was in Nightmare on Elm Street.
He's so young. He's 16.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he? That's so surprising. I didn't realize that. You got Crybaby.
That one's a funny one. I don't know why people take that movie seriously.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't.
Well, it's like a 50s
I didn't realize
musical.
He voiced Victor Van Dort in Corpse Bride.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I didn't know.
Victor.
And then
Helena Bonham is.
And this was never a huge. I watched this a few times, but it was never something I watched on a yearly basis or anything like that. And so, and I've never been a huge follow the actor and everything they've ever done kind of thing, or
No, there's a ton of Johnny Depp movies that are not worth the watch.
Yeah, and so and I'm so bad at recognizing who's what and what's who, and
but his portrayal in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, he should have been awarded for. He was a killer in Rango. He absolutely encapsulated Rango.
Oh, he's the big bad wolf in Into the Woods, the musical that came out in 2014.
It's a really good movie if you haven't seen it. He even plays Ichabod Crane in The Sleepy Hollow, The Tale of the Headless Horseman.
Really?
It's a really good rendition of it. It has Christina Ricci in it. It's a great one.
Yeah, what a fun list of movies that he's been a part of. Just really done a lot of different things.
Absolutely. He's been in so much. He's just a really acclaimed actor.
Do you have a favorite role of his?
I mean, other than Captain Jack Sparrow?
No, I feel like you can choose Captain Jack Sparrow because, I mean, Captain Jack Sparrow is great, and it's probably his most iconic role out of all of them. But his favorite role, there's so many great characters that he's played, I feel like it becomes a lot harder.
Yeah. Yeah. Of all time, I would say Captain Jack Sparrow.
Who does he play in Sweeney Todd?
He plays, what's his name? He plays the Butcher of Fleet Street. He's a barber and...
Yes, he's Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd himself, that's right. That makes sense.
He is actually Sweeney Todd.
Yes, and he goes to Miss Lovett's Pie Shop, played by Helena Bonham Cohen.
Yeah.
Love her.
Is that one of your favorite roles of his?
Absolutely. It's got Snape from Harry Potter in it, and he sings.
Awesome.
They have a musical duet together while
That's
Johnny Depp is
great.
shaving his face, and
so
it's so great.
But
Jamie Campbell plays a weird little dude.
You're saying Pirates of the Caribbean, Captain Jack Sparrow, favorite role of his?
Probably, yeah.
I feel like you can't go against it.
Can't.
It's such a good role.
I can't. He played such a pivotal place in my heart when I grew up.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah, definitely some great stuff. Happy birthday, Jack Sparrow. Johnny Depp. Next up, born in 1981, one of my favorite actresses, Natalie Portman. I actually didn't know this about her, as she was Natalie Hirschlag, Israeli-American. She was born that. She's an Israeli-American actress in V for Vendetta, Black Swan, Star Wars, Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium, as well as many more.
We got Dino and Dingo, both splitting it up, $36 between the both of you. That was game number 21. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 22, and that jackpot's going to be clicking up to 60 balls or less for you guys.
Oh, yeah, but we're talking about Natalie Portman. We could look at some of those great things that she's been a part of.
Absolutely. She's going to be in the next Love and Thunder Thor movie.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? Are you excited about the new Love and Thunder Thor?
Okay, so I originally really wasn't. I'm not a Thor girl. I'm not a big fan of him. I think he's kind of annoying.
But you really enjoyed Ragnarok.
I really enjoyed Ragnarok.
But that's really the only thing you've truly enjoyed him
of
in.
Thor.
Maybe like Endgame and those ones.
Less than memorable for me.
Where he comes out and he's all lightened up fighting the big group of monsters that were out there in the first rush of attack for Thanos.
Maybe. It's not coming to memory right now.
That's like one of the biggest fights in the entire movie series.
I haven't seen Endgame in like 3 years.
Has
and
it
I've only
has
seen
been
it
3
once.
years?
Yeah, and I've only seen it once.
No, you've seen it twice. That was the one that got you into watching Marvel.
Well, whatever. We watched literally all 36 of them in a span of a month.
Oh, yeah. I just assumed that this one would have stuck in your head.
No.
But, yeah. it's
I wish it would have, but...
Yeah, he did a good job in those ones as well. I wasn't a huge fan of the Big Thor. Didn't think that was good, as I think that was Infinity Wars is what comes before Endgame.
Yes.
Endgame is the one I didn't enjoy of him. That was the one where he's...
Infinity War was the one that got me into Marvel.
Yes, and that's the one where he has the really cool fight scene where he's fighting all of Thanos' army. And then, but then the second one, I wasn't a huge fan of what he did, but I really enjoy Ragnarok and him as a side character, and the other ones outside of Endgame.
Yes. I like him as a character. I just don't necessarily love him, you know? But I'm really excited to see this. I am really excited to see Christian Bale. I'm really excited to see Natalie Portman. I know she's been putting in a ton of work to get in shape for it. She looks incredibly buff.
If you guys haven't look up Natalie Portman muscles, because she looks huge right now for her Thor role. It's pretty cool. And then you got Voldemort with a nose that they're all fighting in Christian Bale.
Do you see that?
Oh, just her flexed out with all of her muscles.
She's
huge.
insane.
She looks great. I've never thought of Natalie Portman as she's always been a very petite girl.
She's literally the size of my pinky, but she looks incredible.
It's awesome. Well, what you do for a Marvel role,
wow.
definitely some really cool stuff. I'm glad to see that she is getting back into Marvel once again, and I think this will be a great addition to the whole entire universe.
I am excited, though, because the clip they showed of Thor looks like he's just the absolutely, like, the biggest we've ever seen him.
Oh, he looks absolutely jacked.
I'm really excited. Okay, I gotta admit, I'm just really excited about Christian Bale, but we'll have to see. I'm gonna be pretty excited about it. I really want to watch Black Swan. I hear it's one of her most controversial portrayals in a movie. I really would like to watch it.
I watched Black Swan. Really, really good. It's about Dancer, right?
Yes, her and Mila Kunis are competing against each other.
Yeah, it's is a ballerina whose passion for dance rules every facet of her life. When the company's artist director decides to replace his prima ballerina for the opening production of Black Swan, Nina is the first choice. She has to compete with newcomer Lily, who's Mila Kunis. However, while Nina is perfect for the role of White Swan, Lily's personifies the Black Swan. As rivalry between the two dancers transforms into a twisted friendship, Nina's dark side begins to emerge.
Yeah, I would really, really like to watch this. It even has Winona Ryder in it. It seems like a great movie. I would really like to watch it, but I just haven't gotten around to yet.
Yeah,
it came out when I was too young, and I heard that there was concepts that I probably shouldn't watch as a kid. And I listen to it when my parents tell me not to watch movies. I know. But.
Yeah, I watched it when I was pretty young. Back when I was in high school was when I watched it, and it was very entertaining, very powerful, and I thought it was a really cool one. I can understand it could be a little bit more for somebody who's actually within the dance industry.
The other Boleyn girl is really good too.
What's the other Boleyn girl?
It's over there, and it's her and Scarlett Johansson, and they play the Boleyn sisters, and she's the first wife or not the first wife, but she's a wife of Henry VIII.
Ah, we do have a winner with Jeff J over at Thirsty Beaver, taking home a jackpot of $259. 300 and really good stuff. Good job, Jeff J.
Absolutely. Nicely done. That was game number 22. We're about to begin enrolled in our final game of Jackpot Hunter before we get enrolled in some Lucky 4 bingo action.
Oh, yeah. But my favorite role that she's ever done in her entire life is Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. Absolutely love it. It's got Jason Bateman, Dustin Hoffman, see, is there any other big-time actors? No, it doesn't look like there's many other big-time actors.
Zach Mills is the main kid.
But it's so good. I absolutely loved it. For me, with a very, very big imagination, it was always I think I got the CD pretty much as soon as it came out onto CD, and it was just really, really fun.
Absolutely, it's an awesome movie.
Yeah, and Natalie Portman, short hair, never looked better.
She does look really good with it.
She does. She rocks the short hair look. We do have just 1 minute and 40 seconds before we get into this next game. So get enrolled, press play. And now I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked of Johnny Depp. What's your favorite role of this amazing actress, Natalie Portman?
I'll have to go with the other Boleyn girl.
I probably have to.
Really it's a portrayal of the first wife that King Henry VIII ever beheaded.
As I don't think it was her best acting role by any means, but it's probably the one that means the most to me, and that's her role in Star Wars.
As Padme.
Yeah, as Padme. I think the Star Wars series just ruled my childhood as a kid, and so Padme, even though it might have not been her best acting job by any means,
she was so young.
She was so young in it, and I absolutely loved her in it, and so. Natalie Portman in those the first of those prequels, definitely.
She's also really good in Alienation, if you've ever seen that. It's got Oscar Isaac, the guy from Moon Knight, who plays her husband.
Really?
And there's like this shimmer almost that's taking over part of the world, and her and a team of women go in to try and find out if there's aliens, mutations, radiation, whatever it may be. But her husband was lost in there on his last trek, and so she tries to go in and find him and whatnot, and it's really cool.
That seems really interesting. Maybe I'll have to give it a watch at some point.
It's really good.
Definitely some cool stuff. Happy birthday, Natalie Portman, as well as all the other celebrity birthdays that we had on this list. But we do have a little bit of NBA news, as the NBA Finals are happening, and we got to see when that next game is happening, because just last night, the Warriors and Celtics happened, and the Celtics were able to get the win, 100 and, let's see, 116 to 100 as they are now leading 2-1 in that series. But tomorrow there is another game happening between those Warriors and Celtics. They're still in Boston though, and they got to take them on at 8 p.m.
Absolutely. We'll have to see what happens there. I'm still rooting with the Celtics.
Yeah, I think that's a great option. I feel like I'm being the evil one when I'm rooting for the Warriors in this one, just because they've won a bunch of championships. Yeah. Steph Curry's already supplanted himself as a Hall of Fame player, one of the best, probably the best three-point shooter of all time, kind of thing. So he doesn't need any more accomplishments to do anything, but I'm still rooting for Golden State, just because that's who I think is going to win. But the Celtics having all those young players that are stars, that are up and coming stars, I feel like it's really cool to see if they can get their first championship.
Absolutely, so I'm rooting for them. We'll have to see what happens.
And plus, the NBA is better when the Celtics and Lakers are like two of the best teams in the NBA. Well, definitely exciting stuff as those finals are happening tomorrow. But we do have some final updates that are going to be happening over this next month of these standings. So might as well check in with them one more time as you guys are in this final game of Jackpot Hunter. But in the Twiking zone, we have a crazy player standings.
That's right. And in 9th place, we have a tie between Pooba at Brian's Bar and Grill and Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon. 8th place sits with Yo-Yo over at Valley Inn, while Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue sits in 7th. 6th place sits with Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar. We saw him out there getting some wins today. 5th place sits with GTZ at Sal's Bar and Grill, with Mikey Wins at Steve-O's in 4th. 3rd place sits with Nan at Corky's Bar in South Haven, while Sinbab at Corky's Bar in South Haven sits in 2nd. And still ruling in 1st place, it's Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley.
Well, on the location side of these standings, in 10th place, we got Main Street Pub in Kimball. 9th place in the 200,000 point club, we got Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 8th place is VFW Blaine. 7th place is Eagles Rochester. Then our place on 3rd and Faribault sitting there in 6th, as we now get into the 300,000 point club, because in 5th place, we got Corner Bar in Goodhue. And in 4th place, we got Steve-O's in Crystal. Now into the 500,000 point club, because in 3rd place, we got American Legion Fridley. And then 2nd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. And before I get into that number 1 player, we have a winner in this final game of Jackpot Hunter.
That's right. MLP over at Bleacher Sports Bar and Grill is taking home $21.80 in this final round of Jackpot Hunter. We're about to begin enrolled in a last game of Lucky 4 Bingo before we let you guys loose to take on some Skull Bingo.
Oh yeah, but in the 900,000 point club,
almost
three clubs ahead of the next closest location. VFW Spring Lake Park sits in that 1st place spot. Definitely some crazy stuff, as we got some great movies that were released on today, as a Nicolas Cage classic is the first one we're going to talk about. Gone in 60 Seconds came out in 2000 on today.
Would you like me to read the synopsis?
Yes, let's hear the synopsis.
A car thief is forced to steal 50 luxury vehicles in one night in order to save the life of his brother, who has fallen foul of a dangerous criminal lord. Since the most successful car thief in California, he must reassemble his old gang to fulfill the almost impossible mission. His task is further hampered by a rival band of thieves and, of course, the local police.
Oh yeah, definitely some crazy stuff. A Nicolas Cage classic, like I said. Next up in 2006, we had Cars come out. While traveling to California to race against the King, the Chick Hicks for the Piston Cup Championship, Lightning McQueen, played by Owen Wilson, becomes lost after falling out of his trailer in a run downtown called Radiator Springs. While there, he is slowly befriends the town's old residents, including Sally, Doc Hudson, and Mater. When it comes time for him to leave, the championship is no longer his top priority.
Classic.
Yeah, it kind of ruins it when I realize that Owen Wilson is the voice of Lightning McQueen.
I told you. I had this realization because we've been watching a lot of Owen Wilson lately. You might have heard them complaining about me earlier today because I was the one who brought this to light. But I had never even realized it growing up that it was Owen Wilson, but we've just watched so much of him those last couple months that when I just thought of him saying ka-chow, all I could hear was just Owen Wilson's voice.
Oh my
So now it's all I think about.
Yeah, I can imagine. But we do have one more movie released on today. In 2011, Super 8 was released on today. And in 1979, Ohio, several youngsters are making a zombie movie with a Super 8 camera. In the midst of filming, the friends witnessed a horrifying train derailment and are lucky to escape with their lives. They soon discover that the catastrophe was no accident. As the series of unexplained events and disasters soon follow, Deputy Jackson Lamb, the father of one of the kids, searches for the terrifying truth behind the crash.
All right. I don't think I've seen Super 8.
I've definitely seen it. It was a fun one that I watched in movie theaters. But we do have Brother Nate taking home a jackpot of $186 over at the Char House. 13, 3, 65, and 64 are those lucky 4 numbers. Great stuff there. As you guys are about to get enrolled into some Skull Bingo, we got to go over our player spotlight before we leave.
That's right. And over this past weekend, Lagartha over at Manana Hilltop Tavern took home $3,718 while he was playing at Manana Hilltop Tavern, as well as all the other players at the location supported the Eden Valley Lions Club. Their mission is to empower Lions Clubs, volunteers, and partners to improve health and well-being, strengthen communities, and support those in need through humanitarian services and grants that impact lives globally, as well as to encourage peace and international understanding.
Well, that sounds like a great charity to support. So while you're playing Pilot games, every location supports a specific charity. So remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Have a good
Hey guys, and we love our PGL nights. They come to you guys on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday at 6:40, it is a MegaSota game night, and from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday, it's a little bit of wild Wednesday action. It's super fun to win some cash prizes as well as earn points towards the PGL standings.
Absolutely, and so I'm going to hop right into these player standings that have been super competitive. And in 10th place, we start off with Reyes22 over at the Old Town Tavern, who sits with 1,140,835 points. In 9th place, we got OE50 over at the Stanchion Bar, who sits with 1,174,515 points. But in 8th place, we got Sarah Honey over at Eagles Austin, sitting with 1,225,699 points. But with 1,284,750 points in 7th place, it's Nixon over at the VFW Roseville. 6th place, with Bucks over at Rustic Saloon, who sits with 1,327,435 points. But with 1,419,045 points in 5th place, we got Brizo at the Underground Bar and Grill. 4th place sits with Forget UD over at Lyle Liquor with 1,624,765 points. Then we get to our top threes. We got 3rd place Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon with 1,742,925 points. But with 2,272,330 points in 2nd place, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford. But reigning in first still for the majority of the season, it has been Bam Bam at Stewartville Legion Post, sitting with 2,374,990 points.
Woo, good point totals there, but we get started off in location standings in the 4 million point club. And in 10th place, we got Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 4,379,350 points. With 4,468,805 points. In 9th place, we got Leo Sports Bar in Mazeppa. 8th place is Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato with 4,593,954 points. With 4,927,910 points in 7th place, we got VFW Northfield. 6th place is Neeson's Gaylord with 5,110,740 points. With 5,599,379 points. In 5th place, we got American Legion Cleveland. 4th place is Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 6,133,985 points. With 6,847,568 points. In 3rd place, we got Poppers in Virginia. 2nd place is Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake with 6,933,459 points. But the only location in the 7 million point club happens to be in 1st place, and that's Billy's Rockford with 7,501,794 points.
Yeah, definitely on track to get to that 8 million point club, which would be super exciting to see. But you guys need to be coming out each and every Tuesday and Wednesday to try your hand at our PGL nights.
Our mission